Welcome to the Business Growth Spotlight, where we shine the light and talk with business leaders from all over the world who are here sharing their insights and wisdom so we can all grow together. I'm your host, Heidi Schalk, co-founder of HLH Growth Solutions. We help businesses scale revenue through outside the box visibility strategies. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. Make sure that you stay to the end because I have a free gift, amazing gift for you. But without further ado, I want to introduce my guest today. He's amazing. We've needed to reschedule this a couple of times only because of our scheduling or tech issues, but we're here today and I'm excited to be chatting with him. So welcome Anton Volkov with Solvery to the podcast. Welcome, Anton.
Yeah, hi, and nice to meet all of you guys who are listening to us right now.
Yeah, we're excited. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you see his amazing background. If you're not watching us on YouTube right now, hop on over because you definitely want to catch us live or watch the video or recording of this amazing interview. So Anton, can you kick us off with tell us a little bit about you, Solvery, your role within it, and a little bit about your journey, because you have a very interesting journey. You started very young in the industry. So I'd love for our listeners to learn more about that.
Yeah. Hello, everyone again. So yeah, I'm Anton and I'm 35 now. And currently Solvery is like the current business we're running together with my co-founder, Masha Konopelka. And we've been running it for 6 years now. So, and the business is firstly was a platform for mentorship in tech skills. And we gathered together a lot of tech specialists from different companies. And any person can find a mentor to grow his skills, to grow a job, get a new grade, higher rates and everything. But since the launch, as it usually goes with the business, we've tried a lot of new things. We went B2B platforms and everything. And current situation is like we're helping the businesses to grow their metrics while helping to use the new school HR instruments such as AI, peer-to-peer education, mentoring, coaching, and other cool stuff that helps people grow and be really performable, as I can say that. Yeah. So what about me? I really had a long career and I never thought I will be entrepreneur. That wasn't planned from the beginning. Like I had my first project at 18. We had a dance school with my friends, but it was more just to have fun and like to try to get some extra cash. But then I've went working to different companies. And so the main moment for me, I think, was when at 23, I got to one of the top marketing agencies in St. Petersburg, my city, and they had a giant conference where there was like 1,500 people of marketing directors and business owners. And there I became the lead of the event in different areas, and I so much liked it. And I named this moment in my career like the unpacking moment, when I was like totally saw that, oh my God, I can do my job and be really happy about it. I can get so much cool emotions and everything while performing and doing something really great. And since then, I think, so this unpacking in my head started. So, and later on, all the projects were always about bringing the people together and helping build the environment where you can grow and find the new skills, new ideas, insights, and everything. And so later there, I met Masha Konopelka, my founder, and she told me like, let's make a school for high school kids and teach them some tech skills like programming, creating computer games. And at the moment, I thought like school kids. Like, no, it's not interesting, not cool, or I don't know. I didn't think about this like an interesting niche. And then I just started to help her because in Russia at that moment, all the education for school kids was like really old school. Like there's a old school person who just gives you some context with no working with your interest, showing you some cool examples like the guys who make startups and real businesses. And we decided, okay, let's shift this and find the guys who currently are making games, who are currently working in companies. And our first teachers were the guys with some dreads, all with tattooed hands and everything. And it was something new at the moment. And so the project lived for 9 years. When I tried the first test lesson, I liked it so much because at the beginning I thought like school kids, like never mind, nothing interesting. And then when I saw how their parents react on how we provide them with some real skills, something real from the real world, that was amazing. And for 9 years we were building this school, and like We had over 500 students, 3 spots in the city, and a lot of partnerships with biggest top tech companies in St. Petersburg. And for me, it was like the moment where I've got a lot of network, a lot of new skills and everything. And also I started to learn coding. So I was like a entrepreneur in this project, but also I decided, okay, I'll try to do some code. So at 26, I switched to the front-end development and worked in a fintech company, became a team lead. And there we thought like, okay, let's move on from school kids and do something more scalable because it was an offline business. And then the COVID happened and yeah, it was pretty hard. So we launched Solvery because we thought like what can be really helpful for person if he wants the change. Yeah, because there were a lot of courses and everything, but that didn't help you find job or something like this. And when I was learning coding, I didn't go to any school or courses. I found my friend who became my mentor. And just in like a couple of months after we started, I found my first job. And we thought like, okay, that's cool. We found some code mentor projects in States and other projects in States and thought like, okay, let's make it in Russia. So that's how we launched it. And then there were a lot of different stuff. So I can tell more, something specific or something, but I think because there are a lot of talking about B2B sales and everything, I think I will add about my experience here because from the first day of Solvery, we thought like, okay, how can we make that not only just people buy mentors, how companies can buy mentors to help their employees. And there were a lot of experiments. And like 3 years ago, like almost 4 years ago, we decided to change the way we talk to companies and ask like, okay, probably you want to have mentorship programs inside the company. Probably, and we can teach your mentors because that's what we know how to do. We have a big community with almost 3,000 tech guys who we taught how to share their knowledge. And the company said like, that's pretty cool. And can you probably build the mentorship system so we can, there will be whom to teach. And we're like, let's do it. And that's how it started. So by now we have made over 35 projects with top banks, corporations, and other kind of companies where we've launched products based on the knowledge sharing between the employees and helping them to use it with metrics and different things to see how it works better for company, not just for employees, but also how it increases, it helps to get more money or save money or something else. And so that was like the big break for us in B2B. And since then, we're currently looking for different models. So this year, we're just launched our big on-premise enterprise platform that helps companies automate their peer-to-peer processes in the banks. So we switched from consulting to owning a product. But we're expanding now and AI is everywhere. You can't deny it. And we thought like, okay, if we're building the environment for companies where the employees grow, so AI can be a tool for us too. For the last month, I guess we are also working a lot to start helping companies use AI. And currently we already have some first success here. So that's how we ended up here.
Thank you for sharing all of that. So my first question for you is, can you break down Solvery a little bit for us? Like, I love the journey, and you started when you were really, really young. So you've been in entrepreneurship for a really long time. What is Solvery? What's the problem you solve? And who is your ideal client? So for those who are listening to say like, hey, that's me, or I want to learn more about Solvery, am I a right fit? What do you do? Can you share with us what that looks like?
Yeah, sure. So each company has a lot of needs and issues around working with employee flow. So if you there's like talent experience or talent management systems, when you gotta find people, you gotta onboard them, you gotta help them grow on each stage of their working. Like for the person can be an expert, then he becomes a first-time leader, and all these kind of steps when you have to give him the right tools. And how it used to look before. So you have some learning management system, LMS with courses that can go like from 3 months to 6 months or something else. And people just go and learn these courses. But if you look how the pattern of learning changed in the last days, it's more like if the learning doesn't fit, doesn't help me to fix my needs right now, I won't even look there, because a lot of courses in the companies just like people start it and never finish, and this is the whole problem. And so what we do now, we help the company on each step of employee journey to provide the tools that help them become a better fit with the company. So kind of from the both sides. From one side, the fit for the employee on the skills and the requirements you need. Another part, the company becomes the better fit. How we provide it? We help to create a better onboarding process from the first day, from the pre-onboarding, how the people gets to the company until the day he actually exits. So we look through the employee journey map with the company. So probably if you're looking at us or listening to us, as I see now, like when you're building a startup, you usually have a customer journey map. The same thing now is used in employee journey map, when you see all the spots that happen to people in your company. And you know that if, for example, we have a spot like when a person becomes the first time leader, they will be need around 8-9 months just to get on the performance level of the experienced leader. But if you provide him with the mentor who knows how to mentor, who knows how to help him, who been in his shoes not so long ago, you can reduce from 8 months to 3. So, and all these 5 months of the time that he has been not efficient, doing a lot of mistakes or something else, that can be reduced. So we're looking at different spots in the employee journey map and look what metrics are key metrics on this period, and help company to use the perfect match tools with human knowledge sharing or with AI now.
So you've been in business for now 6 years, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would love to talk about some of the challenges you've had. 6 years ago, you've expanded, you're growing, you're actually now even expanding into a new market, which you did in the last 3 weeks, which we'll talk about. But what were some of the challenges, Anton, that you saw from what you've gone through when you first started to now, and how did you overcome them?
So one of I think the most painful thing was trying to teach the market. So I think that's something that most of the new entrepreneurs, like junior entrepreneurs or something like this, they face when you think that your product is super awesome and you know how it works and everything's great, but it's not very common in the market. And we know that getting mentor for employee is gonna boost him 3 times faster and everything, and it's really good for business. But for business, he like mentoring. What? The first time we talked to some customer, I said we can provide mentors, and he said dementors. What do you want from me? Like what the hell is that? And so that was the thing when we saw that we are not a match to something that the market understands. And so in that point, you have like 2 ways. You can probably switch somehow to be a better fit for something that market is prepared for, or you can spend a lot of resource to change the market, to explain to the market how it works. And that took us a lot of time. So the first couple of years, we were just like banging the doors for some random companies to say yes. So the market with just non-business people, it was growing because people were just taking mentors for them. But B2B didn't work really badly, just different spots. That was one. Another one moment we tried to make the big tech solution, HR-tech solution for companies, because a big e-com company came to us and said, like, let's make 360 tool for companies for surveys. And we thought like, okay, that can be good with one each other, some mentors, assessments, and everything that's going to work together. But at that moment, we just lost our focus really badly. So, and after almost like half a year of founders focused not on the main project, not on the main model, we found ourselves that we our main model is like going a little down. Our new model is not going outside to the market because we were just working on the product, and we're like, how the hell did we end up here? All this time we should be doing sales, not all the things. But that's experience. So now all the later B2B project that we did always start with sales, even with no product in my hands, because whenever you sold it, you're about to actually work it out if you have an experience in everything.
So can you walk us through what it's like to be a new startup and working towards your first sale, your first B2B client? What is it like to go from 0 to 1?
So actually, there are a lot of tools, and if you are already in a market and you know something about, usually you know something about what you're doing, so like the HR process and talent learning, talent growing for companies, that's the context I already had. And the first thing that I recommend to everyone, use your network. Network is the most powerful tool ever. Like whatever you do, you're getting investments, you're going something else, whatever you do, network is your best skill. I talk about network as a muscle. So you can grow your muscle by going to gym, but you should always, all your life, grow your network muscle everywhere, because you never know how it will work out. So, and for me, what I'm good at is actually matching with people and like finding new connections. That's what always my skill. So when we decided to try new models, I was always starting with what people I know around me. So who can I call, whom can I write to make some first customer development. So, and that's how we found our first consulting project. So I just sat and wrote down all the people I had around, all the companies, everyone I ever knew, because before that we had our school, Digital Banana, where we already had connections with tech companies. And of course, this was already my network. Before that, I did conferences for marketing, digital marketers, and also that was also my network. So I started to write everyone I knew around, and and people who already knew me, they said like, okay, let's go do customer development. Here we go, the contact of our HR team. So let's talk to them, because we know you're Anton, you're a nice, cool guy. So and you do nice projects. So yeah, let's give it a try. And that's I think the first thing. The other, and that works one of the best. So networking is like always one of the best tools. Another one is conferences and events. So this is also one of the like top things, because in conferences, listening to speakers is not always the most important thing, and that won't give you some insights, but going to the party after. And I'm really meaning it. The dinner in the middle of the event and the party after. That's the two main parts of any event you need, because all the rest, people are like disfocused in anything. So there you can get some human relations with the customers, because when you talk about B2B, I know there are a lot of books and about selling B2B and everything, and it's always like cold-minded and everything, like you get the metrics, you close the needs and everything. But I don't know. For me, always the thing that works is like human relationship. And I think in B2B, it's one of the main things, because it doesn't work like with non-B2B sales. When you sold something and that's it. Yeah, you probably won't have any more stuff. But when a company buys you, and when you're just starting, the company usually buys right you, like the human they're talking. They're not your product, not your team, not everything. They buy you because they like you, they believe you, they trust you. And they have to make a decision that, okay, the project and launching mentoring, the project for like 9-10 months. So it's a long period of time. And while choosing the partner to go through all this period, the B2B customer wants to know that it's going to be a nice ride. And that's what I'm always trying to help my customers to see, that like working with me is not only professional, not only like fast and cool, but it's also humanly nice. We're gonna have some fun together. I'm gonna invite guys to some breakfasts and everything, to my running community, and I really run with my clients sometimes, and it's awesome. So going to events to build this human relationship is one of the coolest things. Also, if you can become a speaker, become a speaker. At one point, I thought like, okay, I love to speak. I love to give keynote speeches, and really good at it after the teaching experience. And I thought like, currently there's a big market, not like market, but big part of professional events. And I'm not in the party. How do you say that? I'm not among the guys who party together among the speakers and everything. And I've got to just get there. And I've started to send my info to every conference I found on the IT, tech, HR, and any theme. And in some time, of course, most of them said like, we don't know you, you're no name in the like other cool speakers and everything. But then the small ones in small regions of Russia, they were interested in bringing some interesting guys from Moscow, from St. Petersburg. And they said, yeah, like, okay. And while doing all these conferences, I found a couple of clients. And also it gave me the name and the weight to tell the other conference that, hey guys, actually, I'm quite experienced here. And I have a lot of cases like this. And like just in a half a year, I've been to like 8 conferences, and in the next year it was like 20. And also guys started inviting me to podcasts and everything. And this really boosted the level of trust for me, because when you have some first clients from your network and from the conferences, then you of course tell everyone like, hey guys, I work with these guys, I work with these guys, here are the cases, here's everything. And you just give more space for more communication and networks. And for example, when you're just starting B2B or consulting, cold leads is not usually the best way, because people don't know you, they don't trust you. And if you don't yet know like your supreme metric or something that you help companies to grow, and I didn't know at the moment, I only knew that I can build mentorship programs. So the networking or building this relation is like your main goal on every point.
So my next question for you, Anton, is, you've been growing, and now we talked about it before we actually hit record, where you've pivoted, but it's not really a full pivot because you're not switching gears, you're just expanding. So can you tell us about, and I think it has to do with AI because you kind of talked about that at the beginning. Can you tell us what your expansion is? It's happened over the last 3 weeks. And kind of what you've experienced in that expansion. Like what were some of the challenges you had? What are some of the exciting things that have happened, and how did you get there, like with your marketing and things like that?
So first, I think I'll tell a little about the expansion. So we asked before, like what Solvery does, and we were doing helping to build the mentorship, the coaching products inside the company, so the employees can share their knowledge. So we grow the employee LTV. We help employees to grow faster, close more deals or whatever the employee experienced at, or whatever this field is. Our main focus was to help companies build the environment where people can grow, and it helps fast. People get the fast access to the expertise. And so we were always looking for some ways to make our product better. And at some point, one of our customers actually asked like, hey guys, and can you add some AI or something around it into the product? And that was like one of the thing that hit me. And I was like, hey, why not? We can really do it. And also my co-founder also talked about AI a lot, and she was looking through a lot of materials and stuff. And she also said like, hey, I think our platform that we are currently launching in this year, without AI, is going to be an old school platform in a year. It's already a little bit old school. We need somehow to find the way we're going to use AI here. And also like another cool hitting point was I was at the conference for entrepreneurs, and there was one great insight for me. So there was a guy who launched one of the most powerful CRMs in Russia in the beginning of 2010, and he told this insight that you never know where the market will go in 3 months, but you can kind of predict where the market will go in 5 years, because you have a lot more markers. And that's why they, like at the end of 2.0, they started to do the SaaS platform when it was just the beginning of this kind of market. And then they won because they had this advantage. And that moment also hit me, because I'm like, okay, everything's going AI. That's the thing you can't deny. So we're gonna go and see how we can work it out there. So yeah, and what we started with, we just made the overview on the market. And the main thing for me is just now, based on my previous experience, you gotta be fast. Anything you want to change, you want to try something new, you gotta be really fast, because one of the things we did before is taking a lot of time to like try some hypothesis, try something new, go try another product, and it took like a month to see that something works or not. So now we try, okay, if we can see that in a couple of weeks, in 3 weeks, in a month, that something changes, that's it. If we get the signals that it's not, we switch it to something else. And so we decided, we started with looking through the market, finding any solutions that are currently openly shared among with the numbers, with the scripts and everything. And we're like, okay, now our advantage, our one-off, that we currently know a lot of companies who know us, who trust us. And so we have a lot of HRs and HRBPs and other guys from like top companies, middle sized companies. And if the idea, the hypothesis was, if we bring the new product to these people, they will say yes to us. Just like 3-4 years ago, companies said yes to the consulting. And so, yeah, first week we did a research. The second week we wrote everyone in our network, like the same tool. I did nothing new here. I just sat and read everyone we had in our team. And this week was full of the calls. And by the end of the week, we have a few new customers with a new product. And I'm like, okay, cool. that really works out. So we still gotta find the path how to build it and do it and everything, but we know some few things about the onboarding that we launch with some of our customers, and another one with learning. So optimization the learning process. So that's it, like 3-week sprint, and based on our network and the trust of people around us. And we have the first experiments. So the goal is that by the end of September, October, we have our first cases that we can tell like our own with numbers and everything. So by the end of the year, we can be on the market, like not number one on anything else. There's too short time for that, but we can be on the market, really well-known guys who help with HR and learning process optimization with AI and other tools. Like that.
I love that you shared. Thank you for sharing all of that. And I love that you shared that you listened to your client. Like a client was like, well, what about AI? Can you add AI into this mix? And you're like, yeah, absolutely. And you knew that AI is not going away, right? It's only getting bigger. It's evolving. And in order to stay relevant, us as business owners are going to need to evolve along with it. So if we're not incorporating AI in some form or fashion in our business, we're going to become obsolete. So your partner was right. Like, she's like, okay, if we're not going to do this in a year, we're not going to exist. So it was good for you, though, that you had that client. That my biggest takeaway, when I'm trying to share for those of you listening, is listen to the people that you're getting success for, because they are your biggest cheerleaders. They want to see you win. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you grow. Because if you are doing well for them, you're going to have those referrals, those relationships, like you were talking about, Anton, earlier. Like, it's important to go to your network, because your network is your net worth. And when you're starting out, you want to reach out to your network, because you know somebody who knows somebody, right? It may be one person. Yeah. It could be 25 people. You don't know if you're not sharing with the world what you're doing, or with your people that are in your network. From there, your clients become your network. And when they share feedback with you, it's important that you take it and you run with it. And you did that. And yes, I'm sure it was scary. But it was 3 weeks of going, oh my gosh, but in 3 weeks, you've ramped up very quickly, and you have a new client in this space for your company. And like you said, now you're going to be building testimonials, case studies, and you're going to be able to expand upon this. So now you have another arm inside of your business, just by listening and letting your cheerleaders, who are your clients that you're already getting success for, say, hey, this would be great if we can incorporate this. And if you did not incorporate it, they probably would want to stay with you, but they'd need to move on eventually to somebody who has that implemented. So listening is key. So Anton, what's next for Solvery? Like, over the next 12 months, what are your big goals, especially with this new expansion?
So actually, now listening to you, I thought like, okay, I guess that's the first time when I did it like in the book, like they said in the book. So thank you for the summary. That was really nice, cool to hear. Yeah. So about the next plan and everything. So what I see now about the HR processes and everything, there's still a lot of things to optimize there. And we are, I don't know how long will the optimization market be here with the AI, because definitely each year the AI is changing super rapidly, super fast. So probably the thing that we currently can sell won't be sellable like in a year and a half, because it will be working by itself. So as I see it, we have a platform currently that for companies for developing employees, and the plan in the next 12 months is to increase the value of the platform with AI tools, so we can provide more scalable tools for different employee journey map spots. So if we make it and already be in the company, inside the company on-premise model, so that will help us to probably, even if something changes, be a provider and not just a consulting company or agency, because being agency is always hard. And that's why I think everyone is focusing how to grow their product. So currently we are in the early stage of our HR-tech product. Hopefully in 12 years, we can have a call, we can book a call now and see how is it going.
Yeah, I would love to. And that's what I was going to ask you, but I'll ask you that last. So my next question is, if I could give you a magic wand and you can wave it over one challenge you're having right now and go poof, take it away, what would that challenge be or issue be, and why?
That's a good question. Actually, I don't know, only my back pain. all the rest I can handle.
You need a massage therapist then, or PT, physical therapist, something. Yeah.
So all the rest I can handle. I have the network around. So I think my current not like struggle, I don't know if it's correct meaning, but so is focus. So the thing I'm really working on a lot the latest time is focus, because I'm I love to do a lot of cool stuff. And it was always problematic for me to do one thing only. And I know that I will never be the guy who can only focus on one thing and like go through that. But what I'm really working on is learning to say no to a lot of stuff that is not helping me to reach my goal, and to work on my strategy, because you can run pretty far just by having short-term tactics or something. So if you would magically help me to raise my strategy skills, that would be awesome. But they are currently in my focus. So I think in a half a year, I'll be much better at it.
That's probably one of your biggest strengths though, too, at the same time. So yeah, that you can do multitask things, but at the same time, it's like when you get to focus on it, when you get to focus on it, and you know your strengths, which is important. Some people can focus on something for a long time and get it done. I'm the same way. I can't do 2 hours of one thing. Give me limited time. Let me get as much done. We'll move it to the next, like, give me like small bite times of doing things and I'll get it done. But if I have to do something for 3 hours, I'm probably going to procrastinate. Just that's how my mind is. Like, give me 30 minutes and I'll knock it out. Give me a timeline, I'll knock it out. But if you give me 4 hours to get something done, it's probably going to get done in the last 30 minutes to 60.
That's why I'm really glad that currently also we had a lot of combinations of the team, and each team combination was great at the moment, but now I have more guys that are not like me, and that's one of the great, very important skill for an entrepreneur and any good manager. That because back in the day I used to hire more people, reminding me of myself, who are like super fast, but that wasn't good. Now I understand that I need people around who can be more structural, be more focused and everything. And that's how we bring the great results.
Yeah. So that's a good point. And it reminds me of an interview we had yesterday where we were talking about partnerships, and the best partnerships are people that you have partners with people who have different skill sets. Because if you have the same skill sets, then you're going to probably butt heads because you have different ideas of how to get it done. And not only, there's other areas of your business that are lacking. So when you're growing your team, and I love that you just brought this up, when you're growing your team, it's important that, like Anton shared, don't surround yourself with people that do what you do. Surround yourself with people who can take things off your plate, that do better at what you can't do. Right? Know exactly your lane, know your strengths. You know your strengths, obviously, Anton, you just shared it. Like, you're like, I know on this personality. So you need to hire people that are more focused in certain areas and can get that task done. efficiently where you would need maybe more time, or it's just not your zone of genius, right? So bring in people who are different than us so we can create a really robust and special team. And that's why you're getting the results that you're getting for your clients, because you're building that team around you. So my last question for you is, if we could bring you back in a year, Anton, and revisit this conversation, what does success look like for you in Solvery?
A year before.
A year from now.
A year from now. Well, I guess the success would look like that we have at least 40 customers with the integrated platform. So which has a financial model of some kind of subscription or enterprise for a year or like few years contracting. That would be an awesome part. And we are making super awesome events and parties for HRs and L&D specialists. Because another interesting thing, I think what can be useful for people to hear is like, I know I'm good at party. I party well and I make nice events. So my running community is also about like having super fun networking, eating beautiful, nice food every Sunday. And at one point, I thought that building, for example, a community of my customers is something more formal. Like I need to make something like an events where somebody shares their experience and this kind of stuff. And then I thought like, okay, why I don't just rent a beautiful flat in the center of the city and bring the guys and bake the pancakes and ask the customers and possible customers, prospects to come there to share some experience and something like that. And we just had a first breakfast, which was super informal, super kind of this. And I saw that people are liking it. And they said like, we're so tired of the conferences and all this like formal stuff. And everyone tells you we have in Russia, we have this word, successful success. It also, when everyone tells you only the super successful stories, like they did all the challenges and stuff, and everyone's tired of it. Everyone wants just to tell the real stories, tell that how they hate AI, which is everywhere, and they don't have time to get it. But hearing that is cool because I have the resource to answer for them on this question. And that's actually the thing that brings me to the market, I guess.
I love it. Anton, can you share with people before we let you go how they can connect with you and learn more about Solvery?
Yeah, totally. So they can connect me on LinkedIn and I can share different expertise. I can help to build mentorship programs in the company between employees. So bring and build these horizontal communications and everything. So yeah, the LinkedIn is the best. We mostly use Telegram here. I don't know much how much people, a lot of people are using Telegram.
Yeah, it's widely used, widespread. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Telegram is the best chat platform in the universe. And yeah, but mostly I think LinkedIn the best. And from there, we will find any way to communicate.
Awesome. So if you're listening to us and we'll have all of Anton's information and his links in the show notes, so you can always go there to grab them. But check him out on LinkedIn, connect with him, let him know you heard him here on the Business Growth Spotlight podcast. If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you. We appreciate it. Drop Anton a note below and let him know that you heard him here. Ask him any questions you like. Also, if you know of anybody that could benefit from Solvery or meeting Anton, please share this episode with them. Our goal is to spread the word. Our guests are spending time with us. So we want to make sure that not only are we promoting them, but we're helping other businesses succeed in any way we can. So if you're listening to us, and hit that subscribe button, because that lets us alert you when we have more amazing guests like Anton on the show, right? And if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, if there's a spot to leave a review, we would love 5 stars plus a written review. We're going to start collecting those and doing some shout outs. We haven't done that yet. So we'll start doing that. If you're going to leave the comments, we'll start shouting you out. And also share this out by liking and commenting or giving us a review on the podcast platform. You're helping us spread the word and helping other businesses grow by learning about what our guests have gone through, their challenges, their successes, their what's working, what's not working. Because my goal for this podcast, the reason we even launched it, is because too many businesses are closing their doors within the first 5 years. We want to see more businesses winning, not closing. So in order to do that, we need to spread the word. So by you giving us a review, 5 stars, and dropping a comment, you're helping us on our mission, and we greatly appreciate it. Anton, before I promised y'all a free gift. So real quick, if you're looking to grow your visibility and you feel like you're doing different things and it's just not working, then go ahead and download our Spotlight to Scale blueprint. You can go to spotlighttoscale.com/blueprint and grab it there. Anton, before we wrap up and I say goodbye and I let you go, is there anything else that you'd like to share that I didn't get to ask you or we didn't touch on today?
I will only tell everyone that we wish everyone good luck, and everyone who's doing business and on any stage they are. It's often I look at everything that happens to me like at the journey, and when the moment where you face some critical moments, because there were a lot of moments when I thought like, oh my God, I'm dead. That's like super bad and everything. And I know there's going to be another things like this. The only thing is just to remember that it's a super awesome, interesting journey. So hopefully I wish you all to feel whatever you're doing, like the same journey. So kind of.
I love those last words. It's like I'm going to paraphrase it where what I'm hearing is it's happening for us, not to us. So even though it might feel like, oh my gosh, it's the end of the rope, right? It's not, or oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? This is a real big challenge. This is happening for us to get us to where we need to be, whether it's a year from now, a day from now, 10 years from now. So it's happening for us, not to us. So thank you for sharing those words of wisdom. We're going to wrap it up there because that's perfection. So thank you so much, Anton, for being on the Business Growth Spotlight with us. Thank you all for listening to Anton and I. Don't forget to connect with him and go check out their company. It's amazing. And they're doing great things. And they're the epitome of expansion. They're learning from their customers. They're growing with their customers and they're evolving. And that's what you need to do in order to grow. So that's my big takeaway. Keep evolving as you're growing. So thank you, Anton, for being on the podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And we will see you on the next episode of the Business Growth Spotlight. And don't forget, go check out Solvery. We'll see you soon.